So why did he need a black director? Could a white director not have?
It's not color, it's culture.
There's been a lot of controversy surrounding the usage of the N-word in this movie, and
nobody, none. The word would be.
Oh, I don't want to say it.
Why not?
I don't like to say it.
Have you ever said it?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Anti-gun. One thing about if me in politics is to give you a direct statement right there is me playing a game that I'm not interested in playing.
Okay,
to give you a direct statement right there.
In an industry dominated by wokeness, a few Hollywood stars still make it their mission to challenge the narrative at every opportunity. Here are 5 unforgettable moments when actors took down woke reporters. First up, when Matthew McConaughey silenced Joy Behar after she tried to bait him with one of her trademark misleading questions.
I was happy to be in his box, got to sit behind his parents, which was really awesome to see them when he brings them up and where they started.
Anti-vaxxer? I believe
An anti-vaxxer?
I believe so, yeah.
I want to applaud you for being so outspoken against violence and gun violence in particular. And you're Texan, and you spoke so passionately at the White House last year in the wake of that shooting at Robb Elementary.
In 2023, Matthew McConaughey appeared on The View to promote his children's book, Just Because. After discussing fatherhood and the book's inspiration, Sonny Hostin shifted the conversation to his 2022 speech on gun violence. That's when things got heated. Joy Behar, having already tried to rattle him earlier in the interview, attempted to corner McConaughey with a classic gotcha question, but McConaughey wasn't playing along and shut her down in his own cool, confident style.
Political offices in your future? Can you see that?
If it's where I would deem myself to be most useful,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you think you could get elected in Texas being anti-gun?
Do I think I could get elected in Texas being anti-gun? One thing about if me in politics is to give you a direct statement right there is me playing a game that I'm not interested in playing. To give you a direct statement right there.
What's wild is that this isn't the first time The View hosts have tried to corner actors with woke questions. They pulled a similar move on Kurt Russell back in 2015.
Recently, you made some headlines for saying that you felt gun control laws wouldn't deter terrorists. Explain to folks.
Interesting.
Well, these are these things where, first of all, I was in a situation, we do what we call the dog and pony.
Right.
We're out doing the dog and pony selling a picture. And you get sometimes you get what you feel is slightly ambushed by somebody who's really got an agenda. And that's sort of, I think, that's my opinion of what happened to me the other day.
Even juicier, Kurt Russell's appearance on The View came right after he made headlines for shutting down another woke interviewer. Sensing drama, the host tried to revisit the gun control debate, but knowing how Russell handles these situations, they dialed it back. Still, Russell wasn't about to let them off that easy.
The last thing I like to watch is entertainers or actors get political. It's just something I can't stand watching. So having said that, no, I was kind of asked to put it in context somehow with this movie. You know, my personal feeling is that there's a big difference between Fantasyland and reality. Fantasyland is what we do. You're either writing something, writing a song, writing a book, doing a movie, doing a television show. That's Fantasyland, and that's where that stuff belongs. In reality, when we're dealing with things like terrorism and whatnot, we're all going to have different opinions on how to do it and how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Mine happens to be that I think there's a very strong reason Founding Fathers had for the Second Amendment.
Almost as good as when Denzel Washington schooled a woke reporter implying he was racist.
So why did he need a black director? Could a white director not have?
It's not color, it's culture.
Explain the difference, because I think we're in a
Steven
space
Spielberg
right
did Schindler's List. Martin Scorsese did Goodfellas, right? Steven Spielberg could direct Goodfellas. Martin Scorsese probably could have done a good job with Schindler's List, but they're cultural differences.
During a town hall with the cast of Fences back in 2016, SiriusXM Urban Views reporter Karen Hunter tried to stir the pot by questioning why Denzel didn't choose a white director for the movie. At first, it seemed like a pretty straightforward question, but soon enough, her tone made it crystal clear she was trying to play the woke inclusivity card. And let's just say Denzel didn't miss the shot when he fired back.
I know, you know, we all know what it is when a hot comb hits your hair on a Sunday morning, what it smells like. That's a cultural difference, not just a color difference.
All right.
So it's the culture.
You know about a hot comb? scenario?
She don't know about
looking
no
at me?
hockey.
Because that's
You don't know.
old
You
school.
don't know nothing about.
Dax.
See how everybody laughed? That's a cultural difference. That's not a race difference. That's just that motion. That's all I gotta say, right?
I know what a hakum is.
Okay.
All right.
But that wasn't Denzel Washington's first rodeo when it comes to schooling woke reporters about race.
I want to just ask you, though, about the issue of race relations, because the film touches upon that. Right now, under President Obama, over the last 8 years, in your mind, have race relations improved under his leadership?
Race relationships have to do with race relationships.
At the Fences premiere, Denzel was bombarded with lame woke questions as usual. Instead of just celebrating the film and moving on, the reporter kept trying to steer the conversation into woke territory. But if there's one thing you can always count on, it's that Denzel has always got the right answers for woke reporters. And this guy was no exception.
You're white or whatever you are. I'm black or whatever I am. We're standing here talking now. That's how we get things done. You can't legislate love. The President of the United States can't legislate us into liking each other. We have to step forward and ask questions about each other and engage. There's no law that says, oh, because I'm president, you all got to get along now. So it's up to us.
I guess you can say woke people never get tired of using the old race cards. Good thing we have guys like Samuel Jackson, who nevertheless get tired of shutting them up.
There's been a lot of controversy surrounding the usage of the N-word in this movie, and
No, nobody, none. The word would be.
Oh, I don't want to say it.
Why not?
I don't like to say it.
Have you ever said it?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Try it.
Really? Seriously?
We're not going to have this conversation unless you say it.
During an interview promoting Django Unchained, Samuel Jackson had an insane moment with interviewer Jake Hamilton when Hamilton tried to get all sensational about the N-word. The moment he tried to bring up the issue, Jackson called him out and dared him to say the word instead of being a chicken. I mean, if you're going to bring that up for shock value, you'd better have the balls to go all the way. Well, Hamilton was clearly not up for the challenge.
You want to move on to another question?
Okay. Awesome. I don't want to say it.
Come on.
Will you say it?
No, fuck no. That's not the same thing.
Why do you want me to
They're
say it?
going to bleep it when you say it on your show. Say it.
I can't say it. If I say it, this question, it won't make air.
Okay, forget it.
Okay, I'll skip it. Sorry, guys. It was a good question.
No, it wasn't.
It was a great question.
It wasn't a great question if you can't say the word.
I wanted to ask about...
To wrap things up, let's take a trip back to the time when Morgan Freeman turned things around for a reporter who was egging him to get all woke about Black History Month.
Black History Month you find ridiculous. Why? You're going to relegate my history to a month? Oh, come on. What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? Well, come on, tell me. Well, I'm Jewish.
Morgan Freeman is known for not holding back on social issues, especially when it comes to woke topics. During his 60 Minutes interview with Matt Wallace, Freeman completely tore apart the idea of Black History Month, ridiculing it for what it is. In less than 30 seconds, he also shut Wallace down with a simple solution to racism. You won't believe how.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month? There isn't one. Oh, why not? No. Do you want one? No. All right. I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history. How are we going to get rid of racism until... Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man.
Now, that's how you give a woke person a complete factory reset. Subscribe for more content exposing woke culture.